What is up, everybody? It's Reverse Steve here today. I thought I'd talk about this hilarious Sony fanboy post right here. And he's just shocked and just bewildered on why nobody talks about PS Plus as much as they talk about Game Pass. And it's like, it's pretty obvious. It's not rocket science why nobody talks about PS Plus like that, because it's not as great as Game Pass. It's pretty obvious. It's like Game Pass is 9 day leagues better than PS Plus, but apparently you just don't get that. So this is what he posted, and people definitely had a lot of responses in the comment section. So he says, "What blows my mind is how people talk about Game Pass like PS Plus doesn't even exist. That is crazy." Well, it's not too crazy or too far-fetched because, like I said before, Game Pass is way better. You get day-and-date games when they first come out on Game Pass. You get the brand new first-party games in Game Pass. It's just way better than overall. And even the older games, when they're in Game Pass, they play better. They perform better. So it's not too hard to figure out why people like Game Pass. And PS Plus is just like, if you don't own a PlayStation and you get PS Plus, it makes a lot of sense. But if you have the PS5 since like the PS5 launched, it doesn't make any sense to get PS Plus because you probably already have all those PS5 games that slowly came out over time. And that was like the big selling point that, hey, if you get some PS Plus, one of the tiers, you get to have access to all these PS5 games like Spider-Man, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Returnal, etc., Death Stranding, Director's Cut, etc. So it doesn't really do anything if you had PS5 since launch. They don't do day and date games. That's the other big issue too. Like the only day and date game they did was the Stray, the cat game, and it's like they just stopped at that. So yeah, PS Plus is very underwhelming compared to Game Pass. And the fact that they didn't fix any situations that people had with the last PS Now or whatever, that service, it was like you got the stream PS3 games. They didn't fix it, so they just like kept with the same issue people had. It didn't make the service even any better. So it just is what it is. It's not as great as Game Pass. That's why nobody talks about it. That is how inferior it is. To be clear, I'm referring to tier 2 and 3. That's because PS Plus is the inferior product, even in a year where Game Pass has been lacking new AAA Day 1 games. Unless you're new to PlayStation, PS Plus has very little value with next to no Day 1 releases. Yeah. And it's like Sony has the money to do that, to get Day 1 releases. But they're too focused on policing if Call of Duty is going to be a multiplayer or not. They're too focused on that. They're not putting their money to get good games on their services Day 1. They're not doing that. It's like, and they're getting so much money with these multiplayer games, these first-party games, but they're not investing that in worthwhile stuff for their service. Just trying to stop Xbox from getting stuff on their service, which is really just doesn't make any sense. I have both the Game Pass and PS Plus Premium. PS Plus might as well not exist. It has just to justify its price increase over the PS Now it replaced, and that was already 5th place for me behind Amazon, Luna, EA Play, and Ubisoft Plus. I was looking through PlayStation Plus last night. It's trash if you only have a PlayStation. It's decent. Okay, so you're saying it's trash if you only have a PlayStation. It's a decent value because you only have the PlayStation to go through. But if you got Game Pass and Plus, it's probably not that great. Is what you're trying to say. But if you have an Xbox and Game Pass, there's no competition. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. You don't even see Sony fanboys even talk about PS Plus. They literally act like it don't exist. They would know every update about when a new game comes to Xbox. They will say, "Hey, this new game is coming to Xbox." More as pretty much as like competent as Xbox fans know about when new games come to Xbox Game Pass, which is crazy because these Sony guys don't even talk about PS Plus. That's how they know it's just not that great of a service. I'm a subscriber of both, and even though I can agree that Game Pass Ultimate offers more content such as Day 1 titles, EA Access, and cloud streaming, and PC games, I can still find that PS Plus offers more things that actually have my interest. Okay. He says there's an agenda. What agenda would it be that is not as great? Does PlayStation offer day and date? I rest my case. Yes, but as a long-time PlayStation owner and having recently tried Game Pass is better at the moment by far. Yeah, you keep getting the same sentiment. People are saying that Game Pass is way better than PS Plus. It's a night and day difference, pretty much. While Sony wins day and date, it'll always not be as good, period. Okay. I'll just leave this right here. PlayStation Plus has lost nearly 2 million subscribers since its revamp. Yeah. It's like you're paying more and it's not as great. It's like, yeah. Games is better than services. For Xbox, it's the opposite. So he didn't answer the question, but John tried to take a shot at Xbox, but that's not what the topic is. I use both, and honestly, PS Plus Extra isn't that much different than Game Pass. Sony gamers just don't mention it often, as Sony's consistently been releasing AAA bangers to get excited about. So Xbox is playing indies on Game Pass is all they got. I like how these people they just had to take shots at Xbox. It's like, really. The Sony fanboy is literally asking his other fanboy patriots as to why don't people talk about PS Plus? It's like they can't wait to take shots at Xbox. Just pathetic. I like asking the dude's question. I'll answer a form with everybody. The answer everybody knows is that PS Plus is just awful. Kind of tells you how terrible PS Plus is compared to Game Pass. I said even more mind blowing that you don't understand that. It's not even a debate. Game Pass Ultimate is cool, bro. Guess what? I'll still have PS Plus Premium without a PS5 anymore because PS Plus Premium service is just that good you can't get rid of it. What? Why would you have the service if you don't even have the system to play it to use the service on? It don't make any sense, but okay. Because even PlayStation owners really talk about PS Plus, unless you are new to the PlayStation ecosystem, PS Plus doesn't offer much in value. PS who? Yeah. Like it just don't even exist at this point. PS Plus is not on the same level. It's like comparing a Ferrari to a Lexus. Game Pass is by far the better offer. Why would anybody talk about PS Plus when there is a 10 times better product? PS Plus is legit. I'm kind of shocked how many games they have on there. Okay. Game Pass equals day one releases. PS Plus equals no day one releases. This is why the world is talking about Game Pass. PS Plus is a trash money grab. LO is garbage. That's why fanboys don't back it up. Bro, it might as well not even exist at this point because they literally just don't talk about it at all. Like, I legit don't see any fanboys ever mention PS Plus, which is kind of hilarious. I don't know. Is this the reason maybe why some of these Sony fanboys just hate Game Pass? Because Sony has a service that's kind of somewhat equivalent to it, and it just doesn't get talked about. It doesn't even get hyped up at all. Maybe that's kind of why these Sony guys have such a hatred for Game Pass. Because Sony doesn't do what Microsoft does with Game Pass. Maybe that's why. PS Plus is trash. That's why nobody acknowledges its existence. Yeah, even for me, I got the most basic PS Plus. I got the first tier. You pretty much just get like the free monthly games that you can play online. That's pretty much it. I was like, I'm just fine with that one. Like the other tier service doesn't do anything for me. Even when you look at this list for day one releases, it's just insane how much stuff you get on Game Pass day one, and in their service compared to PS Plus. It's just like one game you got day one, which is Stray. Just a 9-8 difference right there. Nobody on PlayStation praises PS Plus though. Xbox do think it's the next coming of Christ. What? The same way that people talk about PlayStation exclusives like Xbox exclusives don't exist, they're also crazy, right? Oh man, so Xbox had 1 year where stuff was delayed. I mean, the games were delayed. It's looking on next year, so that was like like these games just no longer exist anymore. But okay, I'm like Redfall and Starfield is right around the corner, so that narrative was gonna go very soon. That's because you just can't get the console war out your brain. You use it for a substitute for having a personality. As all they got is just a crappy rental game service. They pretend it's the future of gaming. They are so salty. Jeez. Because the PlayStation and Sony are just horrible. PS Plus came out and got marketed years after Game Pass. Sony's just a watered down after the image of an Xbox. Good day. Because nobody gives a F about that sorry ass service. That crap ain't as good as Game Pass, bro. Jeez. I mean, at least he got the answer he wanted. He wanted to know why. Everybody's giving him the answer why. It's just not as great. I have both, and PS Plus is utter crap compared to Game Pass. But you can go ahead and continue lying to yourself so you can sleep at night. Because PlayStation Plus is just trash, and Xbox fans can enjoy their products without silly comparisons. PlayStation Plus is a big heaping pile of crap. Okay. What I don't get is why you fools are mad at other systems and not Microsoft's whack ass. Well, I think you're mad at Microsoft for PS Plus not being great. Like I don't make any sense to me. Let's see. That crap is inferior and is inferior. That's why. What blows my mind is how ninjas think the new PS Plus is any good. Like PS Plus has anything on Game Pass, LMFAO, the reach is real here. Yeah, even got the quote from Jim Ryan saying Game Pass is a force. It will take years to create an effective rival service. Not as crazy as Xbox Gamepass. Subscribers have access to hundreds of games and day one releases for $10 a month. And if you're new, you can even get 3 months right now for $1. Okay. Probably for a good reason. Unironically ironic. What blows my mind is this guy probably doesn't realize if a product is actually good, people will actually be vocal about it. That's crazy. Yeah, like if you go watch a movie that's good, people are going to talk about how great that movie is. They don't got to do the company don't got to do too much advertising for it. So kind of same with Game Pass. If something is good, people are going to talk about it. But if something is trash, people are not going to talk about it. Case in point with PS Plus tier services. But yeah. We're going to conclude it right here. This guy got his answer and a very blunt. They were very blunt. They didn't sugarcoat anything on why people don't talk about PS Plus, which is kind of hilarious. So maybe he knows now why people don't use PS Plus or don't talk about it like that. So yeah, we're going to conclude it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Maybe you can answer his question as well in the comments why people don't talk about PS Plus as much as Game Pass. And leave a like this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.